What's up, guys? Tevin here, back again with another episode of Let's Play Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. In the last episode, we made it towards what we believe is Swamp Fortress, and we're going to go ahead and interact with this icon to see what we can do to get down to the lower decks to get the stone keys. We're the first contestants you've seen in a while. If you come all the way here to Swamp Fortress, you must want stone keys. And if that's the case, then you must compete against me. If you win, I'll let you through to where the stone keys rest. However, if you lose, you will suffer a terrible fate, and by terrible, I mean awful. So, in this challenge, basically what we're going to do is be giving a set of 7 questions. Is it 7 or 8? I think it might be 8, actually. Our goal is just to get 5 correct. And if we get more than 3 wrong, we will meet a terrible fate. By terrible fate, it means we will have to fight against either I believe it's a combination of both the bald cleft and the other enemy that we went against in the last episode, the spiky one. And as you know, we can't really beat those guys right now without using a POW block, so unless you have an extra one, like I do, then it'll pretty much be a game over because you can't run from that fight either. So if you happen to, beat both of those 2 enemies together using the POW block, if you have an extra one, then you will succeed. So what's in this place? It is the stone keys. And the second question that we're about to come up against is a reference to what I mentioned before in the previous episode, saying go into the item shop so you can get an idea of how much the items cost, because this one is a coin-based question. So question 2 is, what does 1 Mr. Softener and 1 Fire Flower cost at the shop in Petalburg total? So the answer is 16 coins. Like I said, I looked it up already, so I was prepared ahead of time, because otherwise, all these ones are pretty simple. It's literally just that one that's really the brain stumper because of how, meticulous that one is. You would, unless you actually went in there and, looked at everything, then you want to know. Question 3 is, what is the name of the mayor of Petalburg? His name is, Croup. I believe at some point, oh, duh, if you read, Goombella's, little bio for him, that's where you learn the name of him. Because I don't think any of the other Koopas call him by his first name, just call him the mayor. Let's see, question 4. Tell me now, where is the Crystal Star? We learned that it is in Hooktail Castle. So we never even heard of Mushville. And it's definitely not in Rogueport, otherwise we wouldn't be here. And this is the 4th right answer we've given, so now we just need 1 more to succeed and go on through. So I didn't really show off the other 2 remaining questions by just getting 2 of them wrong so you can see the others. The only way to get from Petal Metals to Rogueport is by going through a pipe. Racing the cart is such a funniest option on here. Because, to just see kart racing again, at least with, a paper aesthetic, would be hilarious. But yes, you have to go through a pipe to get here, since that's how we actually got here. And since we have correctly answered 5 questions, that is it. We are now given entrance into the Swamp Fortress, so we can actually go find those stone keys. So we can't believe you lost, would have to let you through. Stupid rules. You don't really have to let us through. You honestly, we wouldn't be able to stop you if you just said, no, I'm not going to let you through, and just, block our way from advancing. But anyway, now we're able to go down here. I wanted to see if there is, a star piece off to the side, but there wasn't, so sadness. I don't remember if I even said this. I don't know why I don't remember anyway, but please let me know how your day is going down in the comment section below. And yeah, just let me know how everyone's day is going. And we just got a new badge, which is the multi-bounce item, and I do have more badge points, so I'm going to go ahead and put on literally everything else in my inventory that I currently have on, just to optimize Mario. So close call, basically when I get down to 5 health, it makes it so that enemies will start to miss Mario a bit more because I'm in the danger range. And the Pretty Lucky badge, it basically means that on occasion enemies will miss me when they go to attack, so it's doubling up that effect. And we now have new enemies in this Swamp Fortress known as Fuzzies, which is a classic Mario game. So that's a Fuzzy, a hyper little guy. Cut back on the caffeine. Max HP is 3, attack is 1, and defense is 0. Those things suck up your HP and use it to replenish their own. Isn't that the worst? I mean, ew, doesn't that just sound totally gross? Indeed it does, Goombella. Anyway, guard against them by pressing A the moment they release you. The timing is pretty hard to master, so practice up. These things really suck. HP. So yeah, these fuzzies really have an annoying timing in terms of like guarding against them. For the most part, like, I get it later on, but yeah, see, like, you have to press A, like, right as they're literally about to jump off, and that's kind of hard to, like, see sometimes, at least for me. But after a bit of practice, I started getting the timing down again. They have 3 HP, so it would take both Mario and your partner attacking at the same time to really get rid of them, for now at least. So I kind of don't have much of a choice in order to, like, you know, fight that way. So there we go, there goes the timing. So now we prevented him from actually stealing HP from Goombella. So now we can actually finish him off this turn using the duo together. I have to say, this game is coming along pretty well. I'm really enjoying, like, the different styles of, like, setup that I'm trying to do for it. At least in terms of, like, what I think looks nice for this game, because the graphics was a plus. Hence why I want to use the emulator that I mentioned before. And making it look this way, having the curtain set up on the side panel just to cover up the empty space that would otherwise be present on the screen, so it just looks more visually appealing. As well as, you know, adding party members to the curtain as well, so it can slowly fill up with our friends. And since this is a required fight after you pick up one of the stone keys, that one was like the sunstone, I will keep it in mind, and I'm just going to use a power block just to get rid of them, just so I don't have to do much, and then Mario can finish off with multi-bounce. So another thing I didn't mention, as you saw, Goombella almost got hit with a soda can, but since I was using an item, it kind of passed through and didn't hurt me. The audience has a chance of either throwing helpful items at you while you're fighting, or damaging items at you. You can stop them by pressing the Y button when it gives you the prompt, and depending on when, like, whatever it is, say it was a mushroom, if you press the Y button, then you'll go ahead and attack that audience member that was going to throw the mushroom at you, and then you'll lose out on the mushroom. This also goes for in case someone's throwing an attacking item at you. If you attack them before they attack you, you don't get hurt, and only they suffer. So always be aware of what the audience has in their hands when you see that prompt, because it might be something beneficial for you to keep instead of going to attack them straight up. And plus, sometimes it actually comes in handy. In fact, I think it was at some point during this chapter, this one or the next one. One of these, like, 2 chapters, it's something recent that I did. When I was going through one of the battles, I wasn't in the worst position possible, but it could have been better, and one of the audience threw something that was really helpful for me that just made it 10 times easier. So I was thankful for that, so yeah, just keep in mind, always pay attention to what they have on them. And okay, so there goes a pretty lucky badge coming in handy. But anyway, as I was saying, why this fight's still in, I believe, because I wasn't really paying that much attention towards where we were, but I believe it's because we just picked up the Moonstone, and that's why we're finding these 4 fuzzies, and which is why it's still actually on the screen. That was an example of the power bounce, and that was dumb. I didn't like that. And there goes Goombella's stylish head bonk. If only, like, stylish moves were a thing back in the original Paper Mario, that would have been so cool to see. But then again, it's not like we really needed it because of how everything was set up in that game prior. But another thing that I did wish they did, at least more prevalent than what they do actually do, is that I want to see more of our old friends and travel companions in this game. Because really, you only see 2 of them. Like, everyone else is just gone. You never see Goombario again. Cooper. You see Bell, and you see Parakarry. You don't see Watt, you don't see Lackluster, or Sushi. Yeah, you don't see any of them again, and like, the reason why I harp on like this game so much and why I love it is because like both 1 and 2, I feel like 2 builds on so well onto what 1 did and makes it so much better in terms of like the story and like just the characters we have on screen. And I really like connected with like, you know, gaining these new partners and friends. Bombette was one of the people too that you don't see again. I just now remembered her name. Anyway, oh my god, where was I? Oh, I felt like a big connection to these characters, and like that's why I really like seeing them. At least, especially in sequels, when you see like old party members that you used to like control. And you know, I just wish they brought that back. At least, that's why this one's my favorite. And like after, like the game's set after this one, why it is like lower on my list, because after this game they completely stopped doing the whole partner system. Like they kinda sorta kept it in like Super Paper Mario, but really in that one the pixels just serve as like power-ups for you, not really so much partners. They're just further extensions of Mario's attack patterns that he can do. And while I'm talking about this, I completely ignore like almost half this fight, because we're fighting against a Golden Fuzzy who is trying to stop us from escaping with the stone keys. And the timing for this one's kind of annoying, just because you can't really see where they are, and they multiply their enemies. It multiplies the enemies that we now have on screen. So not only do we have to deal with the Golden Fuzzy now, we also have to deal with the Horde. And you don't really have to fight the Horde like how I'm doing in this fight, because I want to really do everything and do the most. But all you really have to do is just fight and defeat the Golden Fuzzy, and then the Horde will dissipate. So I want to use a quick sweet treat just to regain some HP and FP for both Mario and Goombella, so I can make it up. And that's perfect 666, like across the board. That was just totally not planned. Another thing you noticed that Goombella mentioned in the title earlier is the Golden Fuzzy is the only Fuzzy that will not steal HP from you. So that's good. All we have to worry about is just guarding from them. And I don't know why they are so dead set on attacking Goombella. They attacked her when she was in the front, and they attacked her when she was in the back. They just straight up don't like Goombas. Thankfully, Pretty Lucky Badge is paying dividends and protecting me, while I'm going to go ahead and try to get rid of this Horde. And as you attack them, they slowly dissipate. And this damn bucket. This is the second time in this video I got hit by that bucket. Okay, so yeah, I leave them at 1 HP and then I just focus on the Horde, just because like I really want to show off more in this game. And once you get the Horde down to like a certain amount of HP, they'll actually just back off and leave you alone, because you don't really have to get their HP down to 0. Once you get them down to a certain number, they just bugger off and just say, nope, we're done. I got you this time. Freaking blocked it. Swear, they're like, okay, there we go. And that's another reason why I want to fight them too, because of the star points they give you. If you just like beat the Golden Fuzzy and like they just run away, then you don't get any star points for doing it, and then it's just less power up for you later on. But that is the end of the Golden Fuzzy, and we got 20 star points out of it. It just makes us that much closer to get another level up to actually increase, what, my HP or FP in this next one. So there we go, running off on the screen. But we're done here. Let's go ahead and go back. And I'm actually going to cut back over to the village, just because there's nothing else here of importance. Unless we get a level up, which was going to happen because, you know, I'm constantly fighting enemies and I don't want to just let one go if I can just easily take them out. So building up star points is a big plus for me. And we get to level up. So yep, we get to put our HP in this time. So now we're at 15 max health, slowly getting up there. By the end of this series, I want to try to get to level of strength on the level of strength that I had back in, what's it called? The original Paper Mario, when we had like 50 HP and FP and a decent amount of BP. I just need to try to balance it out a bit more. And okay, yeah, it's past here that we have a little cutscene. Excuse me. It's Mario, right? Look, see, the thing is, I've been waiting here in hope of getting to speak with you. I have to ask you something, and you can say no, but I'm gonna throw it out there. See, I was wondering, would you... Oh, please take me with you to fight Hooktail, please! I'm begging you! Sorry about that. See, my dad, he went off to battle Hooktail long ago, but he never came back. I miss him, of course. I miss him badly, but this isn't just about avenging my dad. Well, no, that's not true. Revenge is part of it, I guess, a big part. But the truth is, I want to finish what Dad started, for his sake, for everyone's sake. Man, this is embarrassing. See, everyone always says I'm a crybaby, a weakling. But if I can defeat Hooktail, well, I won't be those things. I'll be strong, like my dad. I know it'll be dangerous, but I still want to go. Please, Mario. So we can say no, but he'll still come along anyway in the long run, so it doesn't really matter what you say. It's just doing the nicer option is nice, so that's basically why I'm doing it. Just because I like Koops, he's a cool character, just a less confident version of Cooper. But now that we have Koops, here's his abilities. So, by using the X button, we can shoot out his shell to retrieve items off in the distance and hit switches that we cannot reach otherwise. And if you press and hold the X button, he will stay in place. This works when you need to hit multiple switches at the same time. Just shoot him out and hold him in place, and then you can go over and walk to the other switch and then let it go, and then he'll just basically whiplash back to the spot to where Mario is left standing, and you can use that to hit switches at the same time. This also works in battle too. You can use it to hit one enemy, or you can use his long range attack, which will hit all enemies that are on the ground in, I don't want to say in a line, because they're already going to be in a line. There's no way for them to get out of the line. Basically, it doesn't hit airborne enemies, so keep that in mind when using Koops, when using Koops. Okay, Mario, let's get going. Koops. Oh, golly, hi, Koopy, Koopy-Koo. Did you overhear all that? Well, part of it. Koops, I thought I heard you say you're off to fight Hooktail, but you're joking, right? I mean, you're not exactly a powerhouse. He'll eat you up. I know, Koopy-Koo, but I want to be tougher, for you. So I have to do this. No, Koops, you don't. I mean, going off to some dangerous place, it's stupid. So what if you're timid and sort of a crybaby? I don't care about that at all. I just want you to be you, so don't go. Sorry, Koopy-Koo. I've made up my mind. No need to worry, though. After all, I'm traveling with Mario. He's the man. Fine, ignore me. Stubborn Koopa. I don't know why Mario had to get hit. He didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry, Koopy-Koo. I swear to you, I will come back to you a stronger Koopa. The strongest of Koopas. Well, Mario, I guess that's it. No turning back. Hooktail's castle awaits. So now we got a new party member, and we can go ahead and check his HP. He is 10, just like Goombella, and for now, I'm just going to switch back out to Goombella. Actually, no, I do switch out to Koops. So I'm going to get into one more fight as Mario just to show off his thing real quick, and then we'll end the video off there. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you basically, actually this is perfect. Just the setup they give us right now is good for showing off Koops' fighting style. So Shell Toss attacks 1, and Power Shell will be the attack that I told you about that attacks everyone on the ground. And of course, just like everything else, he has stylish abilities as well. And we'll just go ahead and finish off this Paragoomba, since Koops honestly can't do it at all. But now that we do have another party member, if we want to switch out to the other, we will have to waste a turn to actually get them out, and that's why I want the quick change badge, so I can avoid doing that. So like I can just switch them out whenever I need to on the fly without having to, you know, waste one of their turns on attacking. But since we do have Koops, we're able to go back and get this badge that I saw earlier that I wasn't able to get before. So there we go, got the Happy Heart, which automatically restores HP during battle. And with that, that is going to be it for today's video, guys. So as always, thank you for watching this episode of Let's Play Paper Mario with Thousand Your Door. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. So, I'll see you then. Take care, everyone.